darkish finish. You know a lot. Yeah, it's recording already. You know a lot. So you could touch Mikkel on the screen, and you'll see a box following his face. Just touch him.
Make me.
You know a lot of I don't mind talking. So you know a lot about me. You know where I come from. You know how we met. You know everything. So you could ask me. I can't really. I would just guide. You guide the conversation.
You know what you should remind me of?
What?
You know when you ask somebody for a piece of little bonus is better?
What?
Like,
yeah, that's why.
You just remind me of the men of them who just say asking for somebody, piece of somebody bourbon is better. I mean, you have your own, it says good. Because in all the podcasts, when you behind there, you have the word to say. People have to prompt you. But now you're in the chair. I'm not going to ask that question.
Because simple as the fan, that's my job. Yeah. I'd tell you to take it off long time.
Welcome, my brother. Badang,
badang, badang. Easy. They don't know where that come from, though.
Nah, but we want to know where you come. You want to know where you come from?
Serious?
You go tell it in due time until they catch on what you saying. So
yeah, catch you saying first.
Right. But Jay, we was talking about, you know, men being able to express themselves. And the individual you or people know you to be is a real drover. You come into the room, you light up the room, you make sure that everybody leaves remembering Jelani. And even if somebody have a frown on the face, he will make sure that when you're in his presence, it's a smile. Who does that for you?
I think the person themselves does that for me, not directly anybody else. I just feed off of people's energy. And I don't really have that extra excitement outside of myself in a way like that.
Right.
That
You have self-contained excitement.
Yeah.
And taking time, Mom.
Hi, nah, brother. But the reason why when I come into a room and I make sure somebody else laugh or smile, I think that has bothered me more.
Okay.
I feed off of people's energy deeply, no matter what. And it makes me feel better sometimes that, all right, I can make somebody else smile because I didn't really have that kind of support there now, boy. So I think it's because of the lack of what I probably didn't have.
Yeah.
I try to provide it.
That's deep, bro. And like what kind of fulfillment do you feel when you turn a frown into a smile? Like what does that do for you? Does that carry you through the week, the month, or is that you saying that I still want someone to do that for me too?
Nah, when most of my laughter here for the podcast has been behind the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people does feel good, you know, like waiting for July to say
something, yeah.
And now I have understand that people look forward for that. Not just on the podcast, but genuinely.
Life.
Yeah. And that feeling that sometimes it just be a little like a burden, but genuinely it feels good to know that somebody considers your existence in a sense.
So as an entertainer, because I don't know if you know my boy.
Come now, brother, you don't really
yeah, if the man has YouTube video, music video, he's an entertainer. He sings.
Yeah, I touched that part of the.
Yeah, what does that do for your writing music?
I'm glad you use the word I'm an entertainer and not an artist.
Right. I
have always told myself in life I would be an entertainer. Either I entertain you by song, by actions, by words, by however I would entertain somebody. And a couple of my songs that I wrote, and if you feel free, we might just put a little piece in the background, but
for sure.
There's one song that I wrote that I know you genuinely like, and I know why you went there, is Father I Try. And that song I remember like yesterday, bro. I touched everything in the industry of production. I touched videography, photography, music production, building beats, recording people, artwork, flyers, I've been there.
You done that.
I've done that, but one part that I really do love is music. And I used to DJ and MC. And I remember the reason why I write Father I Try is that one day I went to work on the avenue. I don't know if you fully remember Roscoe's on the avenue. And they had a promoter there, and the promoter, I was working and thing, and the promoter was like, not the promoter, my brother was working there as well, big up Des. And I used to DJ and mic by myself. That time I mashed up the club, and Des was like a tutor to me now. And I'm mash up the club, and I actually was the last DJ to close that night. And being a last DJ in a sense where you have the final hour to end the club, that's a big thing. And I went up on that stage, I practiced my set, and I'll come and I'll on real bad that night. And Des was like, "Hey dog, you're buying a burger for me tonight, boy, you're getting paid tonight, boy." I'm like, "Yeah, boy, think." And I checked the promoter tell me, "What? Nah, boy, we ain't make no money."
Nah, promoter, if you know yourself, you come for the money.
Yeah, like, same the other day, I was like, "Boy, oh boy." And when Des tell me that, tears build up in my eye, I was like, "Nah, we can't eat nothing tonight." He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Can't eat tonight, we ain't get no money." He said, "Dog, what's shut?" I said, "Talking." He said, "Them now counting up all the money in the back there." And I remember leaving my work. I was working in the mall at that time, and in the mall it was just 8 o'clock. I didn't even have no gas in my car. I leave Trin City Mall to go on the avenue to play, to put gas in my car. And when I reached there, no money. And that was like a real big part. And when I write Father I Try,
that was.
Yeah, and there's another song that I never released.
For that Father I Try, it feel a little thing in the day.
It's good like, "Say, Father, you know how hard I try. You know the pain I feel inside. I walk these roads many days and nights. Say, Jack, can you please protect my life? So each and every day I survive. I pray to you to preserve my life." Yeah.
They tell that to them.
And that was like, that song was actually a part 2 to a song that never released. Because the song that actually released, because I believe that everybody had that hurting spirit where sometimes when somebody do something, you want to do them back. I just write music.
That's the expression to release.
To release, yeah.
Expression to
release.
Yeah, release.
And the song that was never released was, and I wouldn't directly because I don't trust somebody outside there, I know they might take my thing now, but name of the song is Man Rise. And it speaks about that people would see you rise. They don't really want to see you rise, they just want to see you fall. And no matter how good you are, they would still feed you the crumbs. You say, "I'm so good enough, but why would you still feed me the crumbs?"
Cool.
And it's something I think we all have been through. I have given somebody my all, and they come and tell you, "You're real good, boy, you're bad, your thing," especially as creatives. And I'm talking from a creative side. "You're real good, you're this, you're that." When it's time to pay, you know, exposure. Nah.
How long ago will I saw?
How long? Yeah.
You have to go in the grocery, buy me that Massey. Well,
Massey and be like, "Hi, just know where I'm going to show you my social media account now." Yeah, a bag of exposure.
We're not knocking exposure, you know, because we know it has its way to it.
But it's to what extent?
To what extent? How long? Like, at any month, we pay an exposure, but before we go down that road and you see it, I remember like 2 often day, I can't be exposed to all of them that weight here when you're handy, so that's going to release up on that. Yeah. So
Yeah, no.
don't release on me. You release. You release.
But
Sir. Oh, go ahead.
you, something wrong with you, you know?
Not really, Jelani. I just meeting you.
Alright, brother. Say try.
But a question though that arise, like in terms of closing. Chris, how much time we have there?
I was saying 10:24.
10:24? Alright.
10 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. But wait now. You telling me how much time I have?
You were telling me, listen, I had director's privileges here, you know, brother.
But why you saying Chris is the director now? So right now you know what you're in here? Invitee.
I call you.
But you know, in terms of like, so as you spoke about that experience, you leave the mall, come down with the blanket, you mash up the crowd.
Yeah.
Your mentor then told you mash up the crowd and still nothing. And then you had that outlet where you express, you write how you feel. And you spoke about this thing where persons just only want to get you the crumbs even though they know your worth. In wrapping up the whole thing, what would you tell your younger self rising through? And so you can see yourself down the road and you know you're going through those things. What would you tell your younger self? What advice would you give your younger self in a nutshell?
Honestly, don't take every advice that you focus on your advice and your goals. Because you know where you want to be. A statement that I always use on myself. People that say when you talk to yourself, you're crazy. I don't believe that. Because you can't tell yourself a lie, you know. Because you would always know it's a lie.
True.
Focus on you.
Good, touch me there. Your song smart, right? Yeah. I tell you.
So is that so?
Yeah.
But focus on you and don't take every advice. Advice is to be given, but not necessarily taken. You know where you want to be. And just tread down the road. It could take a little while. But tread down the road.
Keep going.
Can't stop?
Won't stop.
Barang, barang. Easy.
And if you want to know where the barang come from, watch the next episode, you will see it.